In this video, I'm going to show you how to replace the front sway bar link on this Ford F-150. Let's get started. Let's remove the wheel. You would want to use a 21mm socket. If your lug nuts are swollen like mine, because underneath the chrome cap it rusted, you would want to use a 22. And remove the wheel. And with the wheel off, you'll see the sway bar link on the back side right here on the control arm and on the sway bar at the top. I'm going to disconnect it from the top first. As you can see, there's a hex cutout at the top, so you can hold it either with a small wrench or socket, whatever you have, and then use a wrench on the bottom nut. But a lot of times you can put an impact, if you have one that'll fit here, and the impacting motion will actually break the nut free and sometimes take it off all the way just with the impact alone. So take an 18mm socket and see if it comes off. Perfect. If it doesn't work, we'll hold this with pliers. This will hold the stud from spinning. From underneath the lower control arm, we have to disconnect the sway bar link on the bottom of it. As you can see, ours is very rusty. So I'm going to use some heat and heat this up. I have an induction heater. You can use a torch. Hopefully you don't have to use heat, but if yours looks like this, I highly recommend it because otherwise not much else is gonna help get it off of here. There we go. Stick a pry bar in here, and with the other side disconnected, pry the sway bar up. There we go. This will pull the sway bar link off where at least it'll give you enough room to pull it out. And there it is. It doesn't matter in which direction you install the new one because it's symmetrical on both sides. I like to put a little bit of grease on the studs here. This will prevent the mounting nuts from seizing on in the future. And now do the same to the other side so that you can pull the sway bar down and onto the top of it. Make sure it's obviously still in the control arm properly. Since we're up here, let's put the top mounting nut on. It's only going to go so far before it stops because it is a locking nut. Now you can tighten this in multiple different ways. You can try to hold the stud either from the top here or from the bottom and tighten this with the air gun, or you can spin the stud with an 8mm socket. So this is, by the way, an 8mm cutout for either a wrench or a socket, and then use your 18mm wrench on this. What I'm actually going to do is I'm going to hold the nut with my wrench, and then I'm going to put an 8mm socket on the head of the stud, and I'm going to tighten this up just like this. All right, with it tight, let's torque this top mounting nut to 59 foot-pounds. Perfect. Now let's get the bottom on. And back underneath, let's put the mounting nut on here. And unfortunately, this is going to be a little bit more difficult because this hole will prevent you from putting on a wrench here. So what I have is a Crowfoot 3/8 adapter on a breaker bar. And hopefully this will hold this in place enough for me to put my 8mm on the stud, spin that out, and hopefully tighten this up. Now with this bottomed out all the way, let's torque this to 59 foot-pounds. Let's get the wheel on. Start on all 6 of your lug nuts, bottom them out, and torque them to 150 foot-pounds in a cross pattern. There you have it. Take it for a road test.
When only the best will do, demand TRQ. the only company that lets you view before you do. TRQ is committed to offering the highest quality aftermarket auto parts that are engineered for peace of mind. Thanks for using and viewing with TRQ.